My wife wants me to get her best friend pregnant. I never thought I'd find myself writing something like this. My wife and I have been married for 7 years, and we have 2 wonderful kids together. Our relationship has always been unconventional but fulfilling, and it includes her best friend from college. What began as a spontaneous threesome during a spring break trip to Cancun has grown into an amazing dynamic among the 3 of us. Since the beginning, her best friend has been like a second mom to our children. She's there for every birthday, every important moment, and even steps in to help with bedtime routines whenever she stays over. The kids absolutely adore their aunt. She's fiercely independent, highly successful, and has never really been interested in settling down. However, lately, she's started talking more and more about wanting a child. A few nights ago, after putting the kids to bed, the 3 of us were relaxing over a few drinks. Out of nowhere, my wife dropped a bombshell. "What if you were the donor?" she suggested, directing the question to her best friend. "You've seen what amazing kids he makes," she added with a playful wink. I almost spit out my drink, but as the discussion unfolded, it became clear this wasn't a spur-of-the-moment idea. They'd already been talking about it for weeks. Her best friend had been researching sperm banks but felt uneasy about using an anonymous donor. My wife, on the other hand, thought this was the perfect solution. Her friend would have a baby with someone she trusts, and our kids would get a half-sibling they already love. Then came the twist. They don't want to involve a clinic. They're suggesting we do this naturally because of the bond we already share. My wife insists it would feel more meaningful and intimate that way. Her best friend, blushing, admitted she'd prefer this approach too. What's messing with my head is how enthusiastic my wife is about the idea. She lights up whenever she talks about it, just like she did when we were trying for our own kids. And her best friend keeps giving me these shy, flirty looks that are hard to ignore. If I'm being honest, the idea is starting to appeal to me too. I know I should probably say no. This has the potential to complicate everything. But the more I watch them plan and discuss it, the more I see how much they both want this. The thought of having another child, with my wife's full support and her best friend's involvement, feels surprisingly natural. The most surreal part: my wife is already imagining how our kids would adore having a sibling at Aunt's house. She's planning playdates and vacations as if this arrangement is the most normal thing in the world. Am I losing my mind for considering this? There are so many potential legal and emotional risks, yet they don't scare me as much as I thought they would. Honestly, I think I'm going to agree to this. God help me, but I think I'm going to say yes. Edit/update. Wow, this post really blew up. First off, thank you to everyone who commented, whether you were supportive or critical. Your feedback has given us plenty to think about. To clarify a few points, this isn't a hasty decision. Her best friend is still on birth control, so we're taking time to plan everything carefully. Our 3-way relationship has been a stable and ongoing part of our lives since college. This isn't something random. Financially, we're all in a good place, so money isn't a concern. We're involving lawyers to make sure the legal side is properly handled. Our kids are thriving in this setup and have a great relationship with her best friend. We're putting a lot of thought into how we'll explain everything to the kids as they grow. We're committed to age-appropriate honesty and open communication to ensure they're raised in a healthy, loving environment.